Right. So let's do an ng server again to see how our page looks like. It's still running. Give it a second. So what we have in the widget edit before the launch is in the morning. We already have the ng switch set it up. I think this one is not working, and I don't see. It's not post the video to the project the screen. Right. Right. And I have my page loading here. Right, let's log in as CU. Plus 1, and here is our widgets, and our widgets list and our widget chooser, they are both ready. And right now, the only thing left is the edit part, is the editing part. Right, edit part is still not showing anything. The reason, as I said, is like we haven't passed in our information to it to getting the type of the widget, to getting the widget, right? So in the widget TS file here, we are going to looking for that widget by the ID of the widget, and in our widget edit, right? So in here we are going to again using the activity route. Activity route allows us to getting the element, getting the parameters within the URL path. Have activity route, and also we're gonna need the widget service. So those are going to go to the constructor, and in the class we're gonna create variables for both of them. Firstly, we will need a widget ID, which is going to be a string, and also we're gonna need a widget object. Right, it just can be anything. We don't really have a type for the widget yet. We're gonna talk about that next week. Widget, the ng init. Alright, so we're gonna initialize the widget ID and initialize the data of the widget in here. The first thing we're gonna get is the ID of the widget. So we're gonna get it from the URL path. It's gonna be this the activity route. Oh, I forget the private here. Private. Right. So this is the activity route. The params. It's a DOS syntax, and we are going to using a subscribe because it's going to give us a observable array. And in the params here, we are going to have a function params, which takes a parameter, and we can get in the parameter values inside the parameters. So here, first thing we're gonna get is this widget ID, which is equal to the params widget ID part. All right, and next we're going to using this widget ID to get our widget. We're gonna call the function from the widget service. This is the widget service. Widget service. The find widget by ID. Right? We'll have the find widget by ID and giving this widget ID to it. And this one going to give us the widget ID. So this is going to be widget is equal to that. Our widget is equal to that. And right now we should have the data displaying here. Yeah. So this is the heading widget. And if I go back, I should also see the image, the video one. Why this is a text and size? This should be the video one, right? This one. And keep going the next one here. They always show the same one. Let's see what I have here. Image YouTube heading. Let me have a console log here. I want to make sure like what I get here is correct. A console log this widget to take a look what I have in the widget. Why it is not showing me the correct widget I expect. It's showing the heading, but actually it's not a heading. It's still showing the first widget here. The ID is not correct. It should be 678, but I'm getting a 1, 2, 3 here. That means my find widget by ID may not working. It's checking this function in the service the client is. Yeah. So if you have a function here, you want to check where you define it. You just click that here and hit F12. It's gonna navigate you to the function definition. All right. We'll define it here. Again, I found the issue is like I forget to have a triple equal, not just single equal. Triple equal for compare. We compare the widget ID with the widget's the item's ID. All right. The logic here should be correct. Has to be correct. Right now this is a YouTube widget, and it has a URL and the width looks correct right now. All right. So that's it for our widget edit. It is like a switch case inside that page, and the switch depends on different type of the widget. All right, that's the only thing it does. Don't forget, you still have to do the widget heading, widget image, and widget YouTube. These 3 things. We're gonna also need to figure that out to like repair those router link, make the form be able to be submit, things like that. All right. We are going to firstly touching the widget heading. In that one, again, we are going to need the ID of the widget. We also need the content of the current widget. If there's any content, we're gonna display that and make it available for the user to update. All right. So let's take a look of it. This is the widget heading, and it is gonna happen when I click this button here. This is the widget heading. Oh, I forget to delete the console log in the widget edit. Delete this console log. I don't want to see a lot of information printed out in the console. So in the widget heading, the first thing we're gonna get are the IDs inside it, including the user ID, the website ID, page ID, and the widget ID. All right. So we're gonna getting all those IDs. Let's create the variables for them. We're gonna have a UID, it's a string, website ID is a string, a page ID is a string, and widget ID is a string. Right, have them prepared. And next, we're going to import the libraries we're gonna need. Again, we're gonna need the activity route. I forget to have the private here. Remember, like if you only want to use it within this class, it's going to be the private activity route. And we also have the router. We're gonna have a router here because we're gonna need to navigate to another page when I click the button like cancel or submit. Private router. It's from the router, right? And next thing is widget service. I have 3 things we need. And now we can use them to really get in those stuff. So firstly, we are going to initialize the values. We initialize the values in the engine init. So I have this activity route. the params, the subscribe, and then we're gonna subscribe the params. So this the UID is equal to params the UID part, and copy it 4 times. Well, it also needs as the website ID, page ID, and the widget ID. Alright, there's a few IDs we need. And then next, with those ID, we are going to be able to getting the current widget information. So let's have the widget variable here to display the current widget information. It just can be anything, so just have anything here. Alright. Right now, let's focus on the getting the information. So this the widget is equals to again we're going to use a function in the widget service. The find widget. Do we have it? Yeah, find widget by ID, and find widget by the given ID here. Right. I'm looking for this widget information. Should be this widget ID. So it's a variable if that's a property, we're gonna use this property of the class. This should give us the information of the widget, and other than that, we're gonna need the functions like update, allows us to update the current widget, and functions like delete, allows us to delete the current widget. Okay. Right now, let's create fix those things first. UID is going to be a real ID instead of a placeholder. WID is going to be the website ID. PID is going to be a variable PID. And this one, UID, WID, PID. It's just the same work we're doing it again. It seems like a lot, but most of them are just repeating the same stuff. Trying to fix the URL, trying to fix the form, and populate the array data. Right, so doing the same thing again. This is a delete button. Delete button. We don't need the rotor link here, and we're gonna change that to a button. Right, and when I click the type of this button, going to be this button, and then when I click it, run the function delete. Right. Keep going here. This is UID. And on the top of this file, we have this thing here. I forgot to change. This is the check button in the navbar. Gonna remove the route link, change that to a button. We're just doing the same thing. Button, and the class we're gonna have the btn bg transparent, and this is gonna by the way the form, my form, and when it's nothing else, I guess I'm gonna have a disable. Actually, we can have it or not. It's not really important. We're gonna disable it when the actually I don't need to disable it. You can just leave it empty if you like. The name, text, size. Well, you can just leave it empty. I don't really care if you want to add an empty heading into your page. You can have anything empty. So form, gonna have ID equals to my form, and we have the Angular ID. My form is equal to ng form, and also ng submit. When I submit this, we're going to call the function update. Next is for the form, and we're gonna touch the modify the input field. We're gonna bind that with our variable. We don't have we need a placeholder here. This is a name, so this is going to be the widget name. It's just a placeholder. Name equals to name, and the two-way data binding ng model is equal to widget the name, right? And the text here, we're gonna have the similar thing. We're gonna have a placeholder. It's a widget text, and we have the name and the ng model. Copy this too and modify it a little bit. Put that here. Name equal to text. Model is widget.text. And we have the number. Yeah, those two are already working. So I'm getting the text. Name is actually empty this time. Is that true? Let me make sure about it. So in my list, widget, where is my widget data service? It's here. The first widget doesn't have a name. No, it only has a text and has a size. So name is empty, it's fine. And the size, we're gonna get in the size already. The size is going to be, again, we'll have the name ng model, put them inside this input. Name is going to be size, and it's getting the widget size here. All right, that should be ready. Yeah, all three things are here. I have the size, I have the text, I have the name. The name is empty in this case. Right now we are going to finish the function. That's going to be the last step. Okay, fix the function. So I have delete function. When I click delete, I'm trying to delete this current widget. So it's going to be this widget service delete widget, passing this widget ID as a reference to this specific widget. I want to delete it, and after I delete it, I want to go back to my widget list page. So it's going to be this router navigate. Okay, navigate back. The URL going to be user and UID. This UID and page, not page, website. And this PID, and then page, and this PID. It's too long, so let's separate that into separate lines. My font size is too big, so it's going to separate them into separate lines. Font size too big. And I have the PID, and then I have the widget. This is going to be array, so we're going to have a bracket here. It's going to be an array. Right, so delete should work. We can try that. So if I go back here, want to delete it, the first title is gone. I can also delete the second one. Delete, the second is gone. Alright, I should be able to delete the widget heading right now. And also we're gonna do the update. So it's a similar thing. We're gonna create a new instance. Actually, don't have to do that. Just list the widget service. The update widget, passing this widget ID as a not widget ID. It's just this widget. You can update it to the whole new widget. And after I update this widget, I want to also navigate to the previous page. All right, I'm gonna copy that, put it in here. Right. Navigate to the previous page, to the widget page. Let's try it. So the first heading here, if I change that to hello or like a welcome to my page. Click OK. Yeah, let's change it to welcome to my page. See, it really works. And also I can change this the second heading here. I can say this is a test page. Click OK. Yeah, it's changing. I can also change the size of it. Like this is too big, I want to change it to size 6. Hit OK. It's become smaller. Alright, it's really working right now. And next step is going to do the same thing for the image and the video. Right? It's going to do the same thing for the image and the video. So let's open the widget image. Right. So again, we're going to get in the ID of it. Let's copy it from the heading. We are going to create those variables. Constructor is the same. ng init is the same. Right. Those things are just the same stuff. Just copy it. Replace those things. Right. We're getting the ID of it. Is those variables going to be imported? When let's imported them. How do I just quickly import it? I actually forget. Just click the hint here. Control and column and a dot. No, not this one. What is the shortcut for that? Control and control and dot. I'm gonna import the active route from the router, include the router from same place, and import the widget service. Right, import those stuff. And again, we're going to have the delete and update function. I think it's still the same. Let's copy them, update and delete. Right, it's going to be the same. Alright, I have two functions ready, and let's fix those links inside here. Right, so firstly, this one going to be a button. This is a check button, same thing, and remove the auto link. Class bdm bg transparent, and form equals to my form. When I click it, it's gonna link to links to the function update, and let's fix also links here. There should be a variable. Here there's another variable, and the PID is a variable. For all the variables, going to using a double curly brace to getting the data from it, from the module. And this delete button is going to be a button, and remove this part here, this router link, and it's going to be type is a button. And when I click it, oh, actually I shouldn't have this click here, update here. What I'm doing here is let's remove that. This should be just have a type equal to submit. Right, this is the correct way to do so. And this one here, this is a click is going to be delete. Right, that's it. Again, let's fix the URL path here, UID. And let's fix the input here. It's a placeholder. Image name. And we have the image URL. And we'll have the image width. Okay, just placeholder. And now let's bind them together to the data type, to data. So name is equal to the name, and let's copy that. Name equal. This name is going to be equal to the URL, and this name going to equals to the width. Right. After that, we are going to do ng model. This is by the way the name widget, the name. Let's copy that. This is bind to the placeholder should be inside here, not the label. Engine model bind with euro, and the width is bind with let's copy the wrong one. Let's copy that. Bind with the width, right? And one last thing, for the form, we're gonna have the ID, my form, and my form is equal to ng form, and ng submit is going to submit the coin called update function. Let's try it. Oh, I'm getting an error here. Unexpected closing tag of A. It's some template parse error in the line 24. Oh, I forgot to change this one to the button. Right, it actually works. Let's go back to the widgets. Here I say the widget is 50%. It has no name, and the euro path is like that. I can change the width into 100%. Okay, here let's change to 100%. Right, so it actually works. And one last thing is for the video. Right, it's for the video. So the widget edit, the image actually works. I should be able to delete it. It's just gone. Right, it's just gone. And let's touch the YouTube video. It should be very similar like the image, maybe almost the same. We'll have the YouTube. Let's see. Let's firstly copy some code from the image to YouTube. We're gonna need the variables, the constructor, and ng98, and those two functions. And just copy all of them. Right, just copy them. Basically, going to be the same. Right, going to be the same. And also, don't forget to import them. Import the. Oops. Why I'm getting this again? Trying to import them. There's small things. Those router. Import the widget servers. Right, that's gonna make the functions ready. And in HTML file, we are they the same thing? Let me check it. This YouTube has delete button, has a name, URL, width, and it's basically the same stuff. Can I just copy from left to right? I guess I can. Let's copy the image to the widget YouTube. Let's try it. That's YouTube. Let's edit it. Yeah, it's getting the URL and the width. Let's try to change it to 100%. Actually works. Right, you don't have even to touch it. You just copy and paste the image and YouTube. Right now they're the same. And in the future, we're gonna add more functions for the image, and the YouTube is gonna have separate functions in later. Right now, we just have the same things. 60%. Actually, I want to delete it. Delete it. I don't want the YouTube here. Right, so it's just gone. Right. So that's basically all the requirements for the assignment 2. And in next week, I may want to add a little bit more to it to make it more professional. But right now, it's, that's if you just finish this part, it should be counted as finished for the assignment 2. All right. Yeah, all the buttons should work right now. This student doesn't have a widget. There's an empty widget. There's an empty page. You can add a new ones to it, and the heading with here like welcome to my page, size 1. Okay, it's going to be added to it. All right. So everything should be working right now. At least on the client side, everything should be working. So I'm uploading the code to my GitHub. So let's open a new Git bash here. Git add dot git commit -m assignment 2 done. And as I said, in next week we're gonna try to improve it a little bit. But this is how Angular is really working. I think you already know the basic structure and basic features Angular does is trying to enable, trying to help you to bind your data from your component and to the data service, and also it gives you some like logic functions in your HTML file. It's enhanced it. You can use ngIf, ng-for, or like a ng-switch. You can use those things like the native HTML doesn't have. Also, you can have a two-way data binding. You can have event binding, property binding. So like the things like to connect to the data in the model to the view, right? So that's basically what how Angular works. And I'm uploading the video to the YouTube, and you're gonna have 1 week time to working on that. 1 more week to working on that. It's going to do on, if I don't remember wrong, it's on 12th. So go to the say assignments. It is on the November 12th. Still have 10 days, right, to working on that. So I'm stopped recording right now and uploading the code to upload the video to the YouTube.